Hey guys, that's Fawn82 back with a brand new video, and I have this great big stack of comic books here that a friend of mine from work recently gave me from his childhood comic book collection. There's definitely some good stuff in there, so you're going to want to stick around. Alright guys, welcome back. Like I was saying before, a friend of mine from work gave me a box of comic books from his childhood collection. He was telling me that he was really heavy into collecting in the 90s and I think the 80s too. And he had over 6,000 comic books at one time. And that this box of books were books that he had set aside, not necessarily for their value, but for what they meant to him. It was either like a character that he really liked, or there was something significant about each one of these books to him. And for him to think enough of me to give these to me, it really means a lot. And I definitely wanted to give a shout out. Big shout out to Mac, my buddy Mac at work, for giving these books to me. Super, super cool guy. Probably the nicest guy you could ever meet. But I definitely wanted to thank him in case he was to watch this video. But thank you, Mac, if you're seeing this, for sure. These books are going to be enjoyed and loved. And the first book, you can see we already got some foily goodness from the 90s. One of the big gimmicks that they would do in the 90s was the foily goodness. You can see it shining right there. And I don't really know anything about that particular book other than it is an 90s X-Men. And here's Uncanny X-Men 280. That's definitely a cool cover there. And then we have X-Men Unlimited #2. This is Uncanny X-Men 263. And then X-Men #2 from the Jim Lee run in the 90s. Punisher War Journal, issue 30. And he was telling me he was really big into Punisher. So there's probably going to be a lot of Punisher stuff in here, which is awesome. I love the Punisher as well. Invincible Iron Man 329. And then we have X-Force 57. Oh, that's a cool Punisher cover right there. The Punisher, I want to say volume 2. I could be dead wrong. I want to say volume 2, issue 13. Ghost Rider Midnight Massacre. The cover has like a texture to it. It almost looks like leather. And then there's Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance. And that's issue 3. Here is part of the Executioner song, X-Men. This is Andy Kubert cover. That's pretty cool. And then X-Force. Cool Deadpool cover. That is issue 56. And this is Uncanny X-Men 277. I think that might be first meeting of Gambit and Wolverine. And also First Battle. There is X-Men issue 3, and that's another one from the Jim Lee run in the 90s, which is awesome. That's the issue right before Omega Red shows up. And then we have some Wildcats. Wildcats issue 22, issue 21. Grifter issue 3. Team 1 Wildcats issue 1. Year 1 Green Lantern issue 4. And I don't know much about DC, honestly, in terms of old keys. The Punisher 48. This is a cool cover right here. The Punisher issue 17. And then the Punisher War Journal issue 18. the Punisher Warzone issue 2, and the Punisher 16. I'm going to get some, I have bags. I need to go out and get some more boards. I'm going to rebag and board a lot of these books. Here's the Punisher issue 5, Punisher War Journal issue 13. This is Ghost Rider issue 6. Oh, there's another one on the back here. Ghost Rider issue 41. Here's X-Men issue 10 from the Jim Lee run. X-Factor 68 and X-Factor 70. I used to collect the X-Factor run for a little while. I still have a lot of the X-Factor Volume 1 put up. I'm not sure. I think I have both of those. I'm not sure. I don't have this one, X-Factor 124. And X-Man issue 17. Wolverine 104. Wolverine 101. X-Men issue 1. And this is a cool cover. Uncanny X-Men 334. This one's really cool. Mark Spector Moon Knight issue 36. That's awesome. And here's issue 20. Those are really cool. Ghost Rider number 19. And here's Ghost Rider Annual number 1. Mark Spector Moon Knight issue 19. And this is the trial of Mark Spector Moon Knight, and this is issue 17. We have Steel issue 1 and Supergirl issue 1, as well as Superboy issue 1. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, and this is issue 2 of 4. Oh yeah, we also have Predator versus X. This is cool right here. Medieval Spawn Witchblade, issue 3. Spawn Blood Feud, issue 3. And then Spawn 18, which is, I think, the first appearance of Redeemer. This right here, here's a pretty good key right here. This is Ghost Rider, issue 31, and this is the first full team appearance of the Midnight Suns. So this is definitely a good key. This is the first key that we've hit that's a really significant one so far. Here is Spawn issue 17. And here is Spawn 49, a really cool Capullo cover. Here's a really cool one. The Punisher issue 2. And look at that cover. I like all the covers in that run. They're all really cool. Here's the Punisher issue 50. A lot of cool Punisher stuff here. Here's a really cool Uncanny X-Men 157. Classic Dark Phoenix. Cable issue 1. Then we have X-Men 24. This is the issue where Rogue and Gambit kiss. And then X-Men issue 5. And that's Omega Red's first cover and second full appearance. Then we have X-Force issue 1, and it's got the Cable card in there. And X-Force issue 4. And this is a Liefeld cover, New Mutants issue 94. And Uncanny X-Men 262. This is a good one right here. Uncanny X-Men 256. This is first Psylocke as Lady Mandarin. And that's just a really cool, if you're a Psylocke fan, that's definitely a really cool one. Here's another awesome book. Check that one out. We got Spider-Man issue 1, the McFarlane run, and this is the gold version. And then behind it we have the regular newsstand. So that's a nice score right there. Definitely a nice score, both of those, but especially the gold. It's really good stuff. Then we have first Wolverine Cable Fight right here. This is New Mutants 94, and it's a Liefeld McFarlane cover also. So that makes it even cooler. And then we have Wolverine 79 on the back. And this is an awesome Elektra cover. This is Wolverine 103. And then Wolverine 102. And here is another cool Psylocke. Let's see, what is it? 257. Uncanny X-Men 257. Uncanny X-Men 255. And 270. Wolverine issue 12. And Uncanny X-Men 302. Wolverine 41. X-Factor 67. Wolverine issue 5. X-Force 26. Wolverine issue 4. And that's a key. What is this? First Bloodsport, I think. And there's Wolverine 43. We got Uncanny X-Men 314. And Wolverine Gambit Victims. And that's, doesn't say what number, but pretty cool. It's got the foil trade dress on it. Here's Uncanny X-Men 333. And Uncanny X-Men 335. This is cool. Uncanny X-Men 212. That's first battle between Wolverine and Sabretooth. And then, let's see, X-Men The Secret Revealed. I don't know what X-Men book this is, but it's an X-Men book for sure with Onslaught. This one's really cool. Wolverine 17, classic John Byrne cover. Definitely a cool one. That's a score for sure. And then you got the X-Men 1, and that's the wraparound cover on the back. But that Wolverine, that's definitely one of the better scores right there. One of my favorites in the box so far. Another good one, Wolverine issue 2. And then this is the, here's an X-Men special anniversary issue. That's a cool cover on that. Punisher Warzone, issue 1, and that is the die cut cover. Here's Night Stalkers issue 1, and I'm not sure if that's, I don't think that's their first appearance, but it's the first issue of Night Stalkers. This is a cover that I definitely love. Classic Jim Lee, Uncanny X-Men 274. Check that out. That's definitely a good score. And Uncanny X-Men 258. Really cool Wolverine cover. Here is X-Force issue 9. I think that's Liefeld. And there's Uncanny X-Men 275. This is a good one. This might be the best one so far. This is that X-Men, what is it? The X-Men Annual 14. And it's the first appearance of Gambit. I've always wanted this, and I've almost pulled the trigger and bought it before. And I did not, and I'm glad that I didn't now. That's definitely a good score. And then Uncanny X-Men 211, and this is the 1986 25th anniversary border covers that Marvel did, and this is the Wolverine one. And actually, Mac was telling me a cool story. I love hearing stories about comic book stories from when people were younger and they would go to the grocery stores or just different situations with comic books. But he was telling me the funny thing about this particular issue, and I actually like that it has it on it because I'm always going to think of it. But he traced, when he was a kid, he traced over this book. But you can feel the indentation that most people would probably hate that in their collection because it's got that indentation. But I actually love that it has that indentation. I already have this particular book because I collect these 25th anniversary border covers. So I actually already had this one anyways. But I'm definitely always going to keep this. And every time I see that, I'm going to think of that story. And that's just another part of what makes comic book collecting cool. That and finding cool keys like that. Here's another key right here. This is X-Force issue 2. This is Deadpool's second full appearance and first appearance of X-Force and Garrison Cade, I believe. Oh, there was one on the back of that too. We got X-Force 5 on the back of that. And then here, this is another good key. This is the Trial of Magneto, Uncanny X-Men 200. Classic cover, classic book, and it's a key that's went up in recent history. And this is X-Men 242. I love Archangel. You got him right dead in the center. Really cool. Uncanny X-Men 273. I want to say something significant happens in that. I can't remember though. And here is X-Men 22, Andy Kubert. Here's some good stuff. Spider-Man The Lost Years. We got issue 1 and issue 2. And both of those are full covers. That'll go great in the Spider-Man collection. Here is Ghost Rider issue 14. And this one is the debut of Johnny Blaze's Hellfire Shotgun. Don't ask me why I know that little stupid fact. And this is first appearance of Hulk 2099. So 2 small keys there. This is a good run filler for me because I actually collect Web of Spider-Man. I'm slowly piecing together that run. And here's an issue that it's not a key of any sort, but I'm missing this issue. And it's a newsstand, so that's definitely an awesome addition. Then we have another X-Men 1. And a Wildcats one. And that's first appearance of the Wildcats, I think. And then we have another X-Men one. Really cool. Just classic Jim Lee. And then Uncanny X-Men 281. And another X-Men one. I think he's got all the covers for X-Men 1 in here, honestly. Because we have another one right there. And then Uncanny X-Men 278. And I like how Rogue looks on that cover. And then we have the Return of Superman still in the poly bag. I think everybody had that one in the 90s. And then this is really cool to me. I loved this miniseries when I was a kid. He had the whole issue 1 through 6 of Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. And this is cool because I did have issue 1 already, but I did not have, I think I had 1 and 2. I didn't have the rest though. So now I have issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I got the whole mini run of that. And I actually had some of these. I had this one when I was a kid. So this miniseries actually has some sentimental meaning to me from my childhood. So that's really cool. And here's another. This is a really cool. I don't know how much it's worth or anything, but I've never found this in the wild. It's Ghost Rider 15. It's the glow in the dark cover, but this is the gold ink second print version, which I've never found in the wild. I don't know how rare it is. I don't know how many of these were printed or whatever, what the print rate is, but it can't be that crazy or anything. I don't know because it was the 90s, but anyway, it's really cool glow in the dark gold ink cover, second print foil. I mean, not foil. Here's McFarlane Spider-Man. And these are all really good books. There's issue 8 right there, McFarlane cover. And there's issue 10. Then we got issue 3 from that run. And issue 5. Issue 20 from that run. Issue 11. X-Men and Alpha Flight, issue 1. Then we have the X-Men 30, and that's the wedding of Jean Grey and Scott Summers. And that is it. He had some really, really good stuff in that pile. First appearance of Gambit, that Ghost Rider, just some really, really good books. I definitely wanted to give a shout out to Mac. Thank you so much, man, if you see this. And I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this box of books with me. Please like, please subscribe. And until next time, you guys be good, be safe. Peace.